All right, all right. Hey guys. All right, so Virgos, if you didn't catch part one, you'll be lost unless you get a chance to watch that one first, because this is part two that we're about to do. The free link to part one is right there in the description box. If you need to bounce there first and watch that first part, and then come back over here so that you're all caught up, it's nice and easily accessible for you. All right, guys, here we go. So I could not end part one where we left off because our final card was the 10 of Wands and it came out sideways. And that's not an ending to me because it leaves a question mark. And I was trying to determine who is it that the Virgo ends up with, this new person or this person who it seems to be panicking that they just know that they can't sense Virgo's energy anymore. So they come in, they leave behind whatever their self-imposed blockages were, and they make the change to come in to the Virgo and attempt to get back with the Virgo. Here's where I want to go with this. I think that we should change decks, and we need to simplify this because I want to look at the new person one more time for the Virgo. Tell me about the new person. Judgment. Well, yikes. The new person we have a renewal with as well. What does that mean? Tell me about this. This is like somebody who's 8 of Cups. This is someone who has, it's almost like Virgo's energy in their life has brought them back to life. But that might have been the only reason that Virgo encountered this person. There was attraction. There's something there that Virgo, if you remember in part one, I said, Virgo seems to be in that Empress energy where everything that they interact with, everyone's life that they touch, they help things grow. They help people feel better. They make things better. Because that's what an Empress does. An Empress nurtures everything. And if the Virgo had an interaction with a new person who found Virgo very attractive, we saw they were a Knight of Wands energy. It may have been that Virgo helped bring this person back from the brink. All these coffins are here and somebody is like being reborn again and again out of it. And I feel with this tree of life and the owl here, I almost wonder if Virgo has been a huge source of inspiration and like a lifeline to that new person. Them being attracted to Virgo and Virgo being drawn toward them. It wasn't for the purpose of this to become Virgo's ultimate mate. In this storyline, it's more that Virgo was destined to help pull this person back from the brink and get them back on the path. And then eventually Virgo and this new person were going to part ways anyhow, because Virgo was performing some kind of, if you think back to part one, we said Virgo had learned how to connect with soulmate energies, how to connect with people of great value, people that are important on their journey through life and vice versa, the people that we collect in life to help one another progress with or become friends with. I almost feel like this was a lovers and friends connection that Virgo might have had with this new person, but ultimately that was what they were supposed to do during a time period where Virgo first worked on themselves, then they connected with somebody else who maybe started out as a friend, morphed into an attractive, maybe it was lovers, maybe not. There was always a question mark of how much, because we had that 6 of Wands that came out sideways, and then we had the 4 of Pentacles upright. It was always like Virgo never fully gave this person their heart, but Virgo did know that there was something really important that needed to happen. It could have been with a Taurus, doesn't have to be, but that high priest was there, but it's like maybe these two unlocked something in one another. But this Virgo identified themselves as purely single. And I feel like they had some important connection with an amazing new individual. But the purpose of that connection was not because this was going to be Virgo's end all be all relationship, but rather it was a soulmate energy. It was someone that they helped out, that they brought that person back from the brink. And at this point in time, it seems like all at about the same time, that person from Virgo's past, the one that's panicking that they can't feel Virgo's energy anymore, that they think They always believed one day they'd have a new beginning with Virgo, and then they couldn't find Virgo's energy. They couldn't hear Virgo's thoughts anymore. They didn't think Virgo was focused on them anymore, because Virgo isn't. Virgo was focused on themselves and then helping this new person. All of a sudden, they realize that they have been doing this self-imposed blockage, and they finally knock it off and they come forward to the Virgo. This is where we go with things. Virgo was single, yes, and Virgo's going to have to make a choice. It could be that that new person wanted to offer more to Virgo, and Virgo said, baby, it's not you and me forever. We both know that. And I said, somebody's going to be heartbroken, and it could be that new person. But the thing is, that new person was always destined to walk away anyway because of that 8 of Cups. I think that this could be like, man, yeah, I know we were going to be friends and lovers, but we weren't really the end all be all. We were in each other's world for, at the right time, but not the forever. Virgo they're ready for their forever person though. But I'm thinking, against all odds, it is still that person from their past. That person from their past is coming in. When I asked about it toward the end of part 1, we got the Death card, which was something we had seen. We got this Queen of Cups. I think Virgo realizes that is still the person that I love. This person from my past, believe it or not, that is still my person. So hold on, let me get. Yeah, we've got a 6 of Cups again, and we've got this not Ace of Swords, a Page of Swords. This other person is a soulmate to Virgo as well. It was a soulmate where they had to actually fully lose the Virgo, get a taste of what it would be like if Virgo belonged to somebody else and gave all of their amazing nurturing energy to somebody else. They had to actually be on the outside, unable to get any closer to Virgo's energy, to realize what it would feel like if this Virgo is out of their life for good. They had to learn that the hard way before they could realize, why am I causing these self-imposed blockages? And let me just ask, why did they, with that 2 of Swords, why did they insist, I can't be with Virgo yet? I can't be with Virgo yet. 8 of Pentacles, because I have to work on things. Then I can come back in, and then I can heal the heartbreak and the chaos that I caused. They were insisting, for some reason, they put this self-imposed timeline on things, and maybe this almost unachievable list of tasks that they had to perform and perfect before they could be with their Virgo. And I almost feel like the universe said, really, you want to block being with this person? Then you know what? Virgo has a lot of other things to do. While you figure out how things are supposed to go. Because when there's a blessing there, you should step up to the plate and grab a hold of it. But on the other hand, okay, Virgo has other things to do. There's other amazing people out there. There's other soulmates. And it kind of feels like this was a look, I don't use the word destined very often, just because I'm fiercely independent myself, and I believe we make our own destiny through our own actions, because I believe we're fully responsible for our own actions at all times. But this is a fictional story, right? This is not about real life. But me as a storyteller, there's still elements that I don't really like to ever bring in, because it's totally against my perception. I don't want my characters to be able to get off the hook and say, well, it was destiny, so that's why it happened this way. No, you're responsible for your actions at all times. That's one thought process that I always bring into all of my stories, because without that sense of responsibility, then nobody's ever accountable for anything, and there is no free will, and that means that there is no story, because it's all going to happen no matter what. So there's no point in looking at it, because there's no choice that we can make that would alter a story. I don't like that thought process. I don't believe in that. So that's why I don't say that for these characters. But here's the thing. After that huge ramble of why I think I don't use the word destiny, I will say this. Is there more than just one important connection? Absolutely. Did Virgo realize that, hey, in this time that I am not with someone who is perhaps wanting me, but insists that they can't come toward me? I have so much else I'm supposed to do, so much else I can do, so many more things I can achieve. And there's probably other amazing people that if I cross paths, we're going to have an amazing connection, and it'll serve a purpose, because I'm always going to be looking toward whatever my highest purpose is. And I feel like that is, I don't want to say it was destiny that Virgo needed time away from that original person so that they could help someone else get on their journey. But it does kind of look like, because of circumstances being what they were, Virgo did have opportunity to make another meaningful connection with an amazing person, and that helped Virgo and that helped that person. I know it still looked like that person was walking away brokenhearted, that Virgo's not choosing them. But on the other hand, look, everybody moves forward with this Wheel of Fortune. Everyone in our storyline they've advanced. So sometimes it's bittersweet to have to advance. Sometimes it's bittersweet to say, yeah, but we really cared about each other. Why didn't we end up together, Virgo and this new person? And it's like, because Virgo can't deny that their heart still seems to be given to that person from the past, is what I would say. The bottom line is there's still more healing to be done, but now is the time for everyone to continue on this healing journey. And it's a new distribution of partners. Virgo was partnered with somebody else, or was going to be for at least a duration of time, and then they are going to be parting ways from that lover friend person, that, like I said, whoever that Knight of Wands energy is. It's someone who Virgo helps pull them back from the brink, gives them a like kindness or something. Their journey of healing continues, and meanwhile Virgo is back on a journey with that previous romantic partner, the one who put up the false blockages and said that they couldn't be with Virgo yet. Now Virgo and this partner can actually heal together. So it's everybody it's kind of a swirling storyline, but then they seem to wind up on a path that they're supposed to be back on again, if they all want it, right? It's all if they want it. Ace of Swords. It all kind of makes sense to everyone that we have to we all have to cut out things that were prolonging hurt and pain and choose the truth. And the truth is, I want to be happy. I want to heal. The only way that, like, if these characters wanted to continuously be in heartache and pain, they could insist, I won't heal, I won't move forward. But none of these characters want to do that. They all got the memo, right? They all got the assignment. Let's make our lives beautiful. Let's heal. Let's, when we make a mistake, let's spend our time fixing things as best we can. Let's get things back on track. There is a lot of truth in all of this for all these characters. Like, they all learned truths. They're all having new beginnings. Page of Cups. Thing is, Virgo is having a new love story, a renewal with that person from the past. And that is the thing. This person from the past very nearly missed their opportunity. Very nearly missed their opportunity to build with the Virgo. The Virgo was absolutely belonged to somebody else for a period of time. Their heart, their attentions belonged to somebody else. And that needed to happen, apparently, to shake this person out of this complacency where they thought they had all the time in the world to finish, getting out of their headspace of like, well, I need to be delayed. I can't be with Virgo yet. I have to do all this other stuff yet. They needed to quit creating blockages, or they were going to lose Virgo to someone else. And I think that they figured that out in kind of the nick of time. But in the meantime, Virgo helps somebody else along the way. That's kind of an interesting, it's definitely an important storyline, but there's a lot going on here. And remember, we started out in part 1, our very first card was Centaurus, right? That was our constellation. And we said there's a lot going on here. And sure enough, there was in this story. So that kind of all fits. All right, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you do enjoy my channel, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. It's the only way my free channel can continue is with your guys' free support. So I thank you for that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.